Well, thank you for being here, joining us today for the Fingerville 5. We know this is just a 5-minute devotion just to strengthen you, encourage you, that our church is a part of now. And I do want to take a moment just to say thank you to those that have taken part in this. We've had several of our youth and young folks that have taken part in doing our 5-minute devotion once a week. And what a blessing it is to have those that are willing to serve, those that are willing to make a difference. Now, I do also want to thank Seth and Andrew, learning how to operate all the computer and all that system. So we know this is as much their ministry as it is those that are in front of the camera. So we do appreciate them giving their ability and time and willingness just to serve the Lord. That is a blessing. We know that Jesus taught a parable. And in that parable, there was a nobleman that had instructed his servants to occupy till I come. And I think that's what the Lord's instruction is for us. He wants us to continue to serve Him, continue to reach out for Him, continue to tell others about the goodness and about His grace and the love and the salvation that only He provides. So I just appreciate those that are willing to faithfully serve. And I know there are times as we faithfully serve the Lord. Many times we're busy, we're active, we're faithfully going and faithfully giving, and there are times whenever we find ourselves faithfully serving that we think or we feel that everything should go well all the time, that there should be no problem, there should be no pain, there should be no suffering, but we also know that many times those faithful servants are also suffering servants. And so I want to go back. We know that last time I spoke just a few weeks ago that I mentioned John's beatitude. That's what I'm calling it. In Matthew 11, verse 6, it said, "And blessed is he." This is what Jesus told John. He said, "And blessed is he, whosoever shall not be offended in me." Now, this was Jesus' response to John the Baptist after he had sent a question to Jesus. We find that back in verse 3 of chapter 11. He said unto him, "Art thou he that should come, or do we look for another?" So here was John the Baptist in prison. And he's wondering, is Jesus the Messiah? Is he truly the Christ? Is he the one that was prophesied to deliver? Is he the one that was prophesied to save? And so John the Baptist, suffering in prison, is spending his moments in doubt with questions. And we know that we can understand that. I mean, he was John the Baptist. John the Baptist. We know that John the Baptist was prophesied to be the forerunner of Christ. We know that he was a little different. With his camel hair, with his honey and locust, all those things, he was different. But he was actually a part of Jesus' family. We know that before he was born, he was filled with the Holy Ghost. As a matter of fact, John the Baptist is the one that baptized Jesus. We know that. We know that John the Baptist baptized the Son of God. And so I want to read these verses. In Matthew chapter 3, verse 16 and 17, it said, "And Jesus, when he was baptized, he went up straightway out of the water. And lo, the heavens were opened unto him, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove, and lighting upon him. And lo, a voice from heaven saying, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." And so, no doubt there were some that were surrounding this event. They were special. I would love to have been in that crowd, wouldn't you? They were special to be able to see those things happen. But John the Baptist, he was an active part in this scene. Here was Jesus being baptized. You had God speaking from glory. And you had the Holy Ghost present. All three, the Godhead present. And John the Baptist was a part of that. He was the one that actually baptized Jesus. Now, at this point, he was in prison. And so, after all the things that he had done, all the things that he had seen and witnessed, now he finds himself in prison. And so we ask that question of Jesus, are you the one that was sent? Are you the one, or should we look for another? And so Jesus gives him that response. Blessed is he that's not offended in me. Many times as we live the Christian life, there are things we don't understand, things we can't comprehend. I'm a child of God. I've been born again. And many times we allow suffering to interfere with our faith, suffering to interfere with our commitment, dedication to Him. Just remember that He is God, that He has a plan, and that His way is always best. It's always best. Don't be offended by the plan that God has for you. Don't be offended by what the Lord has a desire for you to accomplish for you to go through. Thank you for joining the Fingerville Five.